If there were a mineral hall of fame, oysters would not only be first ballot inductees, they'd be bronzed in perpetuity and mounted above the doorway. When it comes to dietary zinc, these humble mollusks don't just lead the pack. They lap the pack, circle back, and offer the pack a salty smirk before disappearing into the sunset with all the glory. Add up to 74 milligrams of zinc per 100 grams. Oysters deliver nearly 500% of your daily recommended intake in a single serving. To put it plainly, if zinc were money, eating oysters would make you the Jeff Bezos of trace minerals. But zinc isn't just some obscure nutrient you vaguely remember from high school biology. It's one of the unsung heroes of the human body, quietly holding the entire immune system together like the friend in the group chat who remembers everyone's birthdays and makes the dinner reservations. Zinc plays an indispensable role in hundreds of enzymatic reactions. It's involved in everything from cell division and wound healing to hormone production and immune defense. It also helps maintain your sense of taste and smell, which is both ironic and convenient. A deficiency in zinc could make food taste bland, but oysters could fix that in more ways than one. Now, let's pause to appreciate the absurdity of just how much zinc oysters contain. Most respectable zinc-rich foods, things like beef, chickpeas, pumpkin seeds, give you 1 to 5 milligrams per serving. That's cute. But oysters? They show up to the mineral party with a whole treasure chest and casually drop 50 to 70 milligrams of zinc on the table like they misunderstood the assignment. They're so far ahead of the curve, they basically wrote the curve and mailed it to other foods with a note saying good luck. Of course, the benefits don't stop at zinc. Oysters are like the multi-tool of the seafood world. For such a delicate-looking food, they pack a nutritional wallop. They're a low-calorie, high-protein source of omega-3 fatty acids, which are key for heart health, brain function, and making your cardiologist slightly less anxious about your blood pressure. They also contain hefty doses of vitamin B12, iron, selenium, and copper, making them one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet, gram for gram. Let's be honest, though, oysters are not everyone's cup of seawater. Some folks can't get past the texture, which has been described variously as velvety, creamy, and, if we're being honest, alien mucus with a personality. But for those who acquire the taste, oysters become more than food. They're a ritual, a vibe, a culinary flex. They're slurped down at raw bars with a flick of lemon, a dash of hot sauce, and a sense of reckless gourmet abandon that says, yes, I know what mignonette is, and I'm not afraid to use it. And there's something oddly satisfying about eating a food that's both ancient and luxurious. Oysters have been consumed by humans for millennia. There are archaeological sites full of discarded oyster shells dating back to prehistoric times, as if our ancestors knew. We may not have Wi-Fi or penicillin yet, but we are getting our zinc. Fast forward to modern times, and oysters are still showing up in fine dining menus, Aphrodisiac folklore, and the occasional Instagram post featuring someone in a white linen shirt holding a shell like it's a status symbol. Speaking of aphrodisiacs, let's not ignore oysters' long-standing reputation in that department. While the science is a little murky, their high zinc content does play a role in hormone production, especially testosterone. So yes, there's a biochemical basis to that date night dozen. But let's be real, a shared plate of oysters, a flickering candle, and the slight drama of shucking your own food is a romantic scenario waiting to happen, or at least a seafood-induced bonding moment. And let's give some credit to nature's packaging, too. Each oyster is its own single-serving mineral vault, wrapped in a beautiful, rough-edged shell that looks like it was pulled from Poseidon's jewelry box.
No plastic. No artificial preservatives.
Just pure, oceanic health in a biodegradable wrapper. You could argue that oysters were doing clean eating long before it became a hashtag. Of course, not everyone has access to fresh oysters from the coast, and some might raise eyebrows about sustainability. But responsibly farmed oysters are actually one of the most eco-friendly animal proteins you can eat. They filter and clean the water they live in, require no feed or antibiotics, and support coastal ecosystems. Basically, they're doing their bit for the planet while boosting your zinc levels. Show-offs. So, next time you're staring down a nutritional slump or feeling like your immune system could use a tune-up, skip the chalky supplement tablets and head for the raw bar. Oysters aren't just delicious. They're one of nature's best examples of how food can be fun, flavorful, and absurdly functional all at once. Whether you're after stronger immunity, better skin, balanced hormones, or just a good excuse to slurp something fancy, oysters deliver. And if anyone asks why you're eating a dozen of them, just tell them it's for your health. It's not indulgence, it's a medically advised, zinc-focused intervention with lemon wedges on the side.